Hello everybody. In the year 2020, we have seen a worldwide lockdown. But the first shelter-in-place order was actually given to a guy named Noah from God. Did you know that? What's up everybody? It's Pastor Todd and I am pleased to be back for our second installment of Did You Know That? Today we'll be discussing a story that just is dripping with interesting facts. It's because it's about a flood. We're going to be talking about Noah and his ark today and all the crazy weird facts that went along with building a giant boat to try to save humanity from a worldwide flood that God was going to cause. Did you know that over 300 major cultures have a catastrophic flood story that has been passed down through the generations? 300. Which is crazy for me to think that maybe there's something there. I don't know, maybe something. There is a flood account covered in the Bible in the book of Genesis that is pretty amazing and spans for about 3 chapters long. Way back in the day, the earth was so bad and wicked and messed up that God thought it was time to finally hit the reset button on mankind. But he knew that not all of mankind was bad and that his creation needed to be carried on. So you're God and you're ready to hit the reset button on everything, and what's your first thing to do? You're thinking, I'm gonna flood the earth, so let me find a guy who's never built a boat in his life, which is exactly who Noah was. Noah had no prior training to boat building or sailing or navigating, and he lived out in the middle of the desert. And he was gonna build a giant boat before rain would come and destroy the entire planet. You gotta understand, this was probably a little bit weird for Noah to hear from God, but Noah, being who he was, followed through. Now let's stop right there, because I already know what you're thinking. A giant boat, like how big really was this thing? Well, I'm glad you asked, because to put it into perspective, the ark, as described in the Bible, was roughly a third of the size of the Titanic. Wait, I forgot. None of us here have probably even seen the Titanic or been on it, and if you did, I'm sorry. Rose, Jack could have fit on the door. Shame on you. Okay, I know saying it was a third of the size of the Titanic doesn't really help you, so instead, let's try something else. And we're gonna go to the football field, and I'm gonna take my tunnel that I've dug all the way there. I'll see you there. Hey there everybody, so glad that you're able to join me out here. I found a jacket inside of my tunnel, which was nice. So, the ark was 150 yards long and 7 stories tall. So, let's just show you how big that really was. I know, pretty tall, right? Could you imagine if I was here and the bathroom was on the top deck? I guess we'd have to call it the poop deck after that. And I'm back. Pretty cool, right? It's crazy to think how big the boat was, but not only how big it was, but that it could also support itself and float. In a major study done at the University of Lancaster, a group of students was able to do the physics behind how big the boat was, what material was used, and if it could really float. And according to their discovery, it actually could. I think another crazy part about this story is that Noah had to have 2 of every animal on the boat with him, and they had to, not eat each other. The animals all had to fit on this boat, not kill each other, and then once he got all the animals on the boat and the flood started to happen, it says that God sealed the door for Noah and his family, which is crazy. And then started the 40-day lockdown. For 40 days and 40 nights, it said Noah and his family floated along the waters. I know, you're thinking this lockdown's pretty bad. Imagine being stuck on a boat with like 70,000 animals and your family, no Wi-Fi.
No Wi-Fi.
It would be difficult. 40 days and 40 nights they floated, but eventually God came through in his promise. The waters began to recede and Noah and his family was safe. Remember, this is a tough time for everybody, but the promises of God don't change depending on our circumstances. Matter of fact, God's promises are the only thing that's going to stay consistent through this time. So lean into him, read his word, and I'll see you next time.